Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We've been crazily busy doing probably the weirdest things ever. I doubt I've done anything this weird before, but basically, I have removed every piece of ore that I could find, every piece of botany stuff, except they're growing back. So I can't, there's no way to really upkeep on that because they just come back over time. But basically, I removed as much as I could from the world. And from what I hear, if you log in and out, basically it updates and it might cause collapse. Now, I remember reading change logs that, I think it was like, what version was this? Something 24. Is this 24 or 23? 23. Well, anyways, point 3 was supposed to fix that. It doesn't seem to for us anyways. What I'm going to do anyways here is log in and out and kind of see what happens here. So let's go ahead and save the game. We'll just call it 11.2. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to exit here. Save and quit to the main menu. There you go. We're going to continue. We'll see what happens here. I thought that we'd just do this together and see what happens here. Obviously, there's going to be some collapses happening. Hopefully not, like, too many. We get to see how long this takes to load, too. Maybe before it just doesn't load again. I have to admit. Oh, there it goes. It's like a little scary. They took a little longer there. My people are like, what have you done to us? Okay. Wow, nice angle there. So there you go. Yeah. I have to admit, I don't know how the collapses work now. Like, I don't know if particular things have to happen or what. Maybe it's if you mine in an open area now or if somebody goes there and updates. I really don't know. All I do know is it is what it is. So I just realized you can color your robots, by the way. We never even bother doing that, but you can color them. There he is. It's like, I think so. Cool. Didn't realize that. Okay, so I made an extra pad, and I made more of these robots because I wanted to do the easy drilling. And obviously, that was success. And from there, basically, I went and got a couple more of the Steam things here. So you can see one there and one there. So in total, our network should be decent amount. Where is our total? Right here, I guess. Yeah, so total output is 10K now. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that was kind of a success there. Post that in Discord because I told them I was going to empty it all out. But anyways, yeah, so completely naked. How awesome is that? So everything has been a success down here. Now, above ground, we have some research. Oddly enough, it only says one thing, though. Oh, there we go. 6 research. So, yeah, we got some research over time. A lot of them are in the vehicle area, so that's awesome. Basically, we found all the blueprints, it looks like, for vehicles. They weren't actually really hard to find in the end. They were... Oop, there you go. Where they were basically like... They were. I feel like they could be. I mean, they could be scattered, but what it really felt like was when you went into a base, and then the base had an option of, or not a base, a ship or whatever. It had an option of going in their computers instead and opening that. That seemed to be where the key was of actually proceeding with that. So, the Wasp here is. It requires hardened fasteners. Improved surveillance vehicle capable of traversing over water. So that sounds cool. Let's try to build one of those. It doesn't really mean much because I guess we can do it on here. We need the advanced fasteners, which hardened fasteners, sorry, which is these two. Oh, the other fasteners and those fasteners. Okay, let's do 50 of those, or we can even do more of those. They'll just kind of balance it out. And then, so yeah, I went ahead and made another one of those. I got the geothermal out. I emptied everything in the underground, basically. And then I created the extra biorefineries here and the printers here, just so it would make things a little easier, though I forgot to actually add some stuff in here. Because I think I did it instead. It was like, oops, I added it as a whole instead of each one here. Yeah, instead I accidentally told them, hey, just do a certain amount rather than do this all the time. There you go. So let's just refix that up. Tech. So regular fasteners, I guess. There you go. They can do that. Now, my only issue right now is I think I made everyone have botany as a profession. So that's fine. I'm just letting you know that like everyone pretty much has botany as a profession right now. It's not really an issue because I don't think I have any problems with that right now. You know, like I have one guy as a doctor, there's another doctor there anyways. So everyone has something to do. The reason there's so many people with botany was because when I was going around gathering, like none of the robots can pick up they drop the goodies out in the middle of nowhere. And so basically you have to have your botanist, but they can only do one plant, bring it back, one plant, bring it back kind of thing. So I thought, okay, I'll just let them do their thing and kind of do mine here. So, and that's another thing I want to work on. Might as well try it out because we haven't done it and we need to check them out anyways. We haven't done the biolab stuff. So let's see what other things here we might have missed. I don't think we have. So yeah, this is the biolab. Actually, I should check. I was gonna like do the whole room biolab, but oh yeah, I think we can. There you go. So this is where you could set up like an aquarium and things like that, and you can make like fish food. I haven't even attempted that yet. Maybe we should try that now, actually. So if you go here, there's you can do your different foods. I haven't even bothered with that. There's fish chunks here. So that's raw food. I guess it wasn't that. Was it in here? Because I thought there was like fish. Look at that. You can make fish and chips, actually. That's funny. Cooked potato. I thought there was something like fish flakes. Oh, here you go. Refined organics. Fish flakes. Here you go. Or trap bait. Okay, so fish flakes and the trap bait was what we were already doing, right? The potatoes, yeah. Look at that. We might have too many. We got too many of these guys, and we haven't even been growing yet. That was in this whole cave system. So fish flakes, and you need some ingredients. So let's go potatoes, and I guess worms here. And then what do you want to do? Like 100 of them, I guess. How many of the worms do I have? Oh, you got a lot of them. We'll just get like 100 of them made up there. Wow, that was quick. And then obviously we're probably going to need electricity in here. Actually, you might even need water in here as well. I'm not sure though, so. We might want to put water in there just in case. Don't think we have any water coming in here. Wait, is there water issues or is that just how it looks like that? I think that's just how it looks. Honestly thought maybe we had some water issues there. Okay. So we'll go there to there. And then we'll go here, 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 and here. There you go. Did our surface thing start at all? I just wanted to see if that actually happened. Oh yeah, he's creating it now, so that's good. Could always make another one of these too if you really wanted to. I didn't look what we're missing right now. Nothing apparently. So you could have 2 of them. Might not be actually a bad idea. There's a queue of 47, I guess all the things underground. It's like, okay, send them all up. I guess, do they send them... I want to see if they start sending them over here or over here. Never really watched that part. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, they might be just going that storage. Oh, yeah, they're playing with the storage, actually. Huh. Yeah, whatever. Apparently... Oh, the plastic, I was going to say. Somebody was picking up a bunch of it at once, I guess. Okay. So, yeah, the good news about this is then we can just try building some other stuff, honestly, because, yeah, it takes a while, right? So we did the wasp. There's a whale miner. A surface miner vehicle with improved capabilities that can traverse over water. So we'll make that for fun. It really doesn't really make much of a difference, right? Because the miner, like, I guess it's if you could only get there because you had to go over the water, that makes sense, I guess. But as far as I can tell, like, I mean, there is water here, so there is quite a bit of water we have not visited, I guess. Assuming that is all coastal. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense in that sense if you need to, like, go to, like, an exotic island, I guess, to find something. But outside of that, there's not a big need, in my opinion, yet for any of that. So, okay, so we did that. We got a sea turtle transport. So, yeah, so basically this is just like the water version of that. And then you have a hover explorer. So, the WASP improves surveillance vehicle capability traversing over water. Improve the passenger vehicle that will allow colonists to investigate points of interest on the surface. Okay, so it's like a better version of that. Okay. Look at how many, we got a lot of this stuff. We're not going to have to worry about this. And we got a few things we can research in here as well. But we haven't unlocked it all. We're not going to get it all unlocked probably. I mean, maybe over time, but it's one of those things that it's like, meh. Some of these things you don't even care about, to be honest, at this point. Some of it you might want, but yeah, some of it's just the upgrades and stuff, so... We've kind of hit the plateau of the game in a sense. There's no like there's no sync or like ultimate goal. I almost wonder if he's ever gonna add like a layer of space or something. That'd be kind of interesting. But at this point, it's kind of like the sandbox. So if you want to just expand this and make it bigger, but there's not like the colonists aren't really hard to please, as we learned, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, you can do other foods and stuff, and the colonists, I'm sure, will be a little happier with that. But it's not one of those games that you get punished that they don't have enough balanced meals, they all died. It's not like one of those games, right? So let's see here. We were gonna look at building some stuff here. So I wanted to check what there was here. So there was a fertilization station. I guess we could build one of those. So this is, I guess it's probably better to do it like this, I guess. This is a fertilization station. This is an aeroponics farm. This is like a more fancier farm. Guess we could build a couple of them for fun. And there's the aquarium here. Cool. I want to actually see that better. Well, you can twist anyways, but I prefer just having the one view. I'm not one of those guys that like, oh, I gotta like do the 360 all the time, move my camera around. I'd go crazy actually. So now, how do you deassemble the robots? Because you remember there was the robot deassembler. I don't really want to deassemble them. I was just more curious on that, to be honest. Huh. Because we did learn something. Oh, robots recycler. It slices and dices recycle robots, get back construction materials. Oh! I was actually kind of excited. Like I said, I don't really want to do it, though. I can build it, though, for fun. Oh, okay, so here's the this thing. So this is where we can grow the other things. So one thing we didn't bother doing was these guys here. This is actually the important thing out of all this, I think, honestly. These guys right here are your bulbs there. Okay, so those are going to be used for... we should actually do a crop bin for this, actually. It only makes sense doing one here. Anyways, if I can ever talk, that's for rubber. Ta-da! I knew I would be able to eventually spit it out. There you go. And he's going to build that. I want to put it to the Lumina whatever stuff, so. Okay, allowed items. So I guess here you just go uncheck everything. And then you just put raw organics, this bulb. And then it could be the seeds as well. And then that's pretty much it, I would assume, yeah. And then you would go critical. And then hoping that anytime they farm these, obviously they throw them over here. Look at the growth rate on that. That's pretty nice. There you go. We got some of our new vehicles built. I guess we should go to the surface and check those out, huh? We have some research, too. We have one more to do in here. Oh, no, we got all the vehicles? Okay, we got all the vehicles. So, basically, what is this? Advanced mining laser. Yeah, not really useful for us, but okay. Cargo expander. Vehicle cargo. I guess that could be useful to a degree. Oh, yeah, for your long transport and stuff like that. Yeah, that could be useful. And, yeah, there you go. So let's go back to the planet map here. Let's check out some of these things that we created anyways. So let's go to our vehicles here at the bottom here. So we got a Wasp here. You can give them upgrades here as well. Better engine. So it's the Wasp the Explorer, basically. It said surveillance. So let's give it, like, the advanced whatever. And then let's give it that one. And then once it's done, we can do that. And then let's give this guy... He's just the miner, right? So you can give him that. And you can give him, say... advanced mining laser if you really want to. He just lose it, though. That's the thing. Like, if you assemble him on the ground... As far as I know, you lose it. Maybe you get them back, but I'm pretty sure you lose them. So that's the downside with it. So there's your Wasp. And so this guy goes up to 123, which is really cool. So I guess if we were to go over here, we could take the Wasp there, which I think I've lost my controls to. And we can tell him to go over here anyways and see what happens. And then he'll make his way over there. That's the idea. And then you can just send him to the auto explore, things like that, right? Did he kind of go right over the mountains? No, he went around? No. Maybe he went around. I feel like he went over the mountain there. At first I was like, huh. Okay, so that's that guy. You got the whale miner. So the whale miner, kind of same idea. He can go over water, obviously. Which can be very useful if you want that. I don't even know if there's anyone over here. I'm just going to send him over here. Poor guy. We'll just suffer him, make him suffer, and just send him out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know if there's anything good there, right? So, and then you got your Hover Explorer, which is our vehicle, basically, which hovers. And then I thought we had one more. There was a transport. Oh, we have to scroll down. Okay, Sea Turtle Transport, which is the same thing, but you know, like it can go in the water for the transportation, and that's your vehicles basically. So I'm not sure if there's any kind of rare. You know, I think our discoveries are maxed, right? So yeah, vehicle equipment. Okay, advanced mining laser. Oh, okay. So there's still some more vehicle equipment blueprints we're working on, like the add-ons. And then we've gotten the Wasp blueprint, the Hover, the Sea Turtle. Okay, so we got all that. We haven't found all the flora, so there's some more flora out there. One or two, I guess. I mean, it's almost done there, so maybe that's maybe two maybe more flora there. But, yeah. So how are you guys doing? Have you been harvested? It looks like you've been harvested one or two times, so there you go. So that's pretty cool. So this is your, the hydroponics anyways. And then you have this aquarium. I'm not sure how this works. We haven't even made what's needed. Oh, glass, refined organic. We actually don't have sand, and we haven't even touched sand. And yeah, I think we're out of sand, actually, if you think about it. Oh, actually, we do have sand. Why don't we have glass, refined organics? Oh, you might have been busy with that machine at least, but still, that's no excuse to make everyone wait. I think one of these... Huh. There's your rubber. Oh, it might be a refinery process, actually. Refined organics. Ah, glass. There you go. That's probably what you want. There you go. You can also do it over here, too, you know, like... add certain things over time if they're not keeping up or whatever, because they can use multiple machines, right? So you can just also add it over here eventually. Oop, that's the wrong one. I meant this one. But, yeah, you can say, okay, I want you to do refined organics and then do glass and then just do 100. But what I would need is sand on the surface eventually. Oh, there you go. So he did his little, you can see it on the map there. He did his little thing down here. Wait, do you not actually go in the water? I thought you would go in the water. Oh, wait, what? Oh, he just might be... Oh, he's out of power, that's why. I was like, I think you're supposed to keep going there, buddy. He just ran out of power. Okay, yeah, they're working on that. Yeah, so we eventually obviously need to get. It's not a big deal at this point, but you know what you want to do is also mine sand. So you should set up some of this for sand. Oh, they never got around to hardening the hardened fasteners, I guess. Was it too hard for them? Actually, you could probably do sand on one of these. I have one. Is this sand? No, I guess there is no sand there. Huh. These guys look like they're on sand, right? Oh, there you go. Sand. And then sand. There you go. I was like, that's not working. And it's like, oh, wait, never mind. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's that once and they can do it. So there you go. That's how I do it, basically. I switch things. Like, I was running out of iron for the longest time, so I actually switched something. And I went to iron. Now I have so many of it. But actually, at one point, I was almost out of iron. I think I did that with my copper. So see, my copper's down to 6K. My iron is at 20K. So that's kind of what I did. So I'd go up here. And I think it was these guys up here somewhere. Yeah, so I went and changed. Actually, maybe I was mining this or something. But maybe that's what it was. Or maybe it could have been that one. Anyways, one of these, you know, oh, here it is. It's doing in there too, right? So... Oh, yeah, 15, so it was probably that stuff. But anyways, I got to the point where I was like, oh, gosh, I don't have many of them, and I switched them around, obviously, and, I mean, that's the thing you can do, right? So, and now I can, you know, set that to sand, and they'll start bringing in more sand over time now, so. Oh, what are you missing? Oh, okay, so blue, I actually don't know how that works. Because, by the way, this is the fertilizer station, raw organics. I actually don't know how the fish eggs, items collected. I don't think you can put like a special bait into this, right? No. Yeah, I don't know how that works. That might be something I just won't figure out right now, but that's all good. Wait, did I place an algae farm? What is an algae farm? No, I don't think we did. Okay. Well, we will make one now. I will definitely say the whole POI thing was probably, you know, I'm sure it'll get better over time, but it was one of the more annoying parts of the game. Mostly for the fact, like, I didn't mind going around and doing them, you know, even if I failed a bunch of times. The thing that made it unenjoyable, in my opinion, was the whole... Basically, I guess I could do that. Let him explore from down here. I would say what made it, like, the most unenjoyable for me was mostly for the fact that, you know, you have a limited amount. You get, like, you know, 3, I guess it's like 5 or something. There's 3, 4 there. Maybe it's actually 4? I thought it was like 5. But anyways, there's a certain amount of those that can exist. But if I go around and place like 20 of the radar towers around the world, then that's it. You know, you're just sitting there forever waiting, right? And so that was probably one of the more like... kind of the more annoying part, or I'd have to go around running like, you know, oh, I have to go to that POI. So I did that. I sent a couple guys out, and it got really annoying, or I just have to hit ignore kind of thing. So hopefully that gets improved in the future. They are doing like a big, huge, you know, surface change, so that's a good thing, obviously. But yeah, I wonder why the hardened fasteners are not coming in. Did I accidentally like not set them right? Tech parts, right? So tech. Oh, you know what? Maybe I set that to hard. Oh no. You know what? Maybe I just never did the hardened fasteners that way. I think I probably just set them temporarily again. I do that sometimes, unfortunately. Craft, if below, there you go. What do? You're the chip, and you should be the... How many of those am I making anyways when I tell you 300? Okay. And I want you to make tech and fasteners like 300 as well. of regular fasteners, and you're the more advanced fasteners, right? There you go. That's why I just didn't have any automation at all going on there. Now these only craft if they're below 100, so it's like more like the, oh my gosh, that's a horrible emergency one, right? Yeah. Okay. I didn't actually look at the upgrades here. Anything that pops out saying, oh my goodness, I must have colonists outfit. Yeah, so there's nothing new for the colonists. Machine stuff, I think we might have gotten a couple. You know, you got the battery booster, which is cute. Not much interesting. The storage expander obviously is kind of cool. We've had that for a while though. That's what the rubber comes in play, which actually now we can do obviously with the rubber here. Yeah, we were going to look into this. We're going to put, green algae spore seed. Okay, so we're not getting luck with this stuff, unfortunately. I don't know how to get the eggs, unfortunately. I'm sure we're missing, like, one contraption or something, unfortunately. I'm not quite sure how that works. Unless you're supposed to, like, just throw them in the blender or something horrifying. I'm pretty sure... Well, I mean, the food exists for a reason, but the food might actually be to feed them inside of... Yeah, I'm thinking about that now. The food might actually be for feeding them when they're in the tank, in the aquarium there. So, place for growing and harvesting fish, yeah. Or refinery, cooking station, food processor. You don't see anything new right there. Geothermal, battery, coal, generator, water pump. Yeah. I haven't built one of these for a while. So they can't be placed, right? If it's... Oh, okay. Can't be placed like that, but it can be placed like that. So if you had a spot where it kind of worked in your favor, you know what I mean? You'd actually get slightly higher yield. So right there, you know, like you're just off by one, which is kind of cool, but... I'm not going to go a million miles away to find the perfect water, obviously. I was just playing around with it. But, yeah, something like that at least you'd get higher yield on that one, for example. And then you can power this up, whatever. And then, obviously, it needs water as well. Wait, oh, no, they're on water. Never mind. These just need power. Poor robots. I mean, they are useless at this point. There's no... Unfortunately, that's it. There's no use to them. I could send them to the slaughterhouse, honestly. It just makes me feel bad. How do you slaughter them? Oh, recycle robot. There you go. Recycle robot. Recycle robot. Might as well just slaughter them all. Oops. Oh! That was mean to actually, like, show the, like, death symbol there. Make you feel bad. We'll keep our colored one. But you get the resources back. Those guys are a little expensive, too, so... That's the whole point, right? Everything is very recyclable in this game, except the food, I guess, that you eat. It's not like they shit out and you can take their poop or whatever, but... I probably just gave a bad idea to the developer now. Just double checking these, by the way. Yeah. I wonder if I can... Let me Google this a bit. Okay, so yeah, expeditions are required for the eggs. So we just haven't found the eggs, obviously. You know, so that's expeditions. Another reason to get out there and do those expeditions. But yeah, and that lets you play with the aquarium. But yeah, I think we kind of, you know, were able to touch most of the stuff, which was pretty cool, actually. I'm really, you know, I really enjoyed this game. I feel like I wish there was more of a sync to stuff. I feel like now that I'm on the surface, I know the dev said something about like limited amount of resources on the surface, things like that. So I guess that's cool. I do like the unlimited, but at the same time, I mean, it's a little over the top unlimited. But at the same time, if I were to say, it doesn't really matter either, right? Because there's nothing to spend your resources on anymore. Like, I mean, besides building your base bigger down in the ground or making like 100 of these for fun, there isn't really now like a place to sink it. It's turned into maybe you want to like build a bigger base, make a bigger and bigger base, which ends up just being a balance of more food, more food, more beds, and then more people, more food, more beds, more people, right? Like the resource part isn't really sinking anymore. I noticed something else that's kind of interesting, like, for example, research. The research system in this game is really cool. Like, I had fun with it, but this is limited. Now, I could build, like, a whole bunch of research machines and increase this a lot. What I think would be nice is there's a way to just sync it unlimitedly eventually. Because it's kind of fun, like, and then even in the POI stuff like that, like if there's ways to kind of sync that for fun, I feel like the game needs, like, near the end game resource sinks just for no reason to dump things in it. Or maybe they give you just slightly better things. Like, for example, maybe there's, you do this data and it's just for something like that bleeds off. So you know how like there's a tier 2, you could say there's tier 2 modules, right? Well, maybe there's a tier 3 and a tier 4, and maybe it could even be up to like 99, like it's procedurally kind of ranked up. But the whole point is no one will ever hit 99, right? Unless you play the game literally for, say, 10,000 in-game hours. It's like a bleed sync sort of idea where you could just kind of keep dumping things into it kind of for the fun of it. So like Factorio, you send rockets out into space nonstop. You do that because it's fun, you get a sync out of it. But if there was no rockets and no way to really sync your resources, then that's it. It gets kind of, you get locked up. That's it. Like Satisfactory now has the Awesome Shop, I believe it calls an Awesome Sync, I think it's called, where the idea is basically you bleed all your resources so you can have a reason to just consume resources in the end. So I think that is really, really missing from the game. And I think that would really change the game, like the meaning and what you do. But I feel like you need something out of it. If it's statistics points, building up points is fun for people, right? Like building these points up. People like statistics. Oh, how many, like if you're dumping it into something, give a number. I was thinking there could be a space part of this game, but even then, that would just be a third layer, right? You need to do something more than just a third layer. Like there needs to be random ultimate things that you're just sinking items into just for fun, and maybe just a bit of overpowerness, but like to a degree where the curvature just keeps going up, where it's just like you're dumping so much resources into it, constructing, building, whatever, it gets into an insane point, and then all of a sudden half of this map we're in now is just people working at computers and, working at their refineries and biorefineries and things like that. Because right now, basically, besides building like 1,000 of these storage containers, it's just, that's it. There isn't really much to do with it. Building tons of these, having a big buffer, and then building like tons of these, and then building the, the materials. I guess you could do like the best material, right? Like, maybe these processors, these titanium processors, obviously, right? Or whatever they were called, right? So you got the, you got elite repair kits. So those don't really use much, but you got the electronics. You got a processor. Okay, so they're separate. Yeah, actually, it looks like the hardened fastener is the only one that uses like a sub. Some of them, I guess, sometimes do, but you know what I mean? Like there could be more complex recipes where you make something really complex as well for something else as well. And I think there might be a couple of things too still that we haven't seen. So last half of failed to harvest the crop field, and that's fine. We have like everyone who's helping out doing crops now, so... that's another thing too, because there's no sync, there's no way to make somebody a very smart scientist. I only have one person who's really good at being a scientist. I can't actually make somebody a good scientist. And that's actually a weak quality because I think a scientist can help you on expeditions, for example. But I would never be able to train somebody high into science again because literally I bled all the way the science points like for that one person and didn't give it to another person. Like at level 10, you almost need to stop letting them do science, make them do something else, and then have somebody new do science because at least they'll get, science knowledge, but you can't do that multiple times. So that's kind of an interesting theory when you put it in there. You know what I mean? That, like you kind of lose out. So you want to, if you want to keep, multiple people with the smarts of science, you actually want to, you kind of rotate them out. Once they hit 10, rotate out there. These poor people need more seats, right? But anyways, I had a blast. I mean, we made a lot of episodes here. It's a great game. Highly recommend it. It's a one dev developer team, which is, I think, really crazy. That kind of stuff always just warps my mind. It's like, are you crazy? Like, one guy is doing this game. But where is our wasp here? I want him to... Is that him there? There you go. I guess it's just like, I guess it's landmass. It's just a mountain or something. It's just, I see the warp in the tiling there. So it's like, whoa, what is this? Is this something special? But we found all the biomes anyways. Like, there's not going to be anything new, right? We've already found it all. So I just was intrigued by this here. But I think it's just a mountain now I think about it. At one point, I zoomed over here and I'll show you. I don't know if the bug still exists. I was over here. Let's see if I can find it again. Probably not. It was like one of those you like I'm an idiot kind of things in the end, but and probably since we've relaunched the game, it's probably kind of killed it. But anyways, there was one area where you'd see a bit of light here, and I sent a robot all the way here, and then I zoomed in. I heard. Oh yeah, here. It's a different spot now, I think. Yeah, because my guy's not here. You hear that noise? It's these guys. It's probably here, but it's or over there. It doesn't matter. But it's something in my base. If you zoom in, you hear the noises. So it was just picking up a noise from here, but I thought, oh, maybe I found something, like something special, I thought, oh, look at, I heard a sound, and I saw a flash of light, and it looked like the, when they repair the machines, I think it's when they're repairing the machines, it does the electric, static look to it. I got so excited by that, and in the end, I think what I found out was it was just this. It was just somehow, showing up on the map, and it was acting up. But I like how we didn't get a cave-in, by the way. We beat the game because we didn't get a cave-in somehow. We had one single cave-in ever in this entire Let's Play, which I was surprised by. But yeah, his collapsing mechanics aren't quite there. I guess that'd be cool. I don't really care, honestly. Collapsing mechanics basically makes you limit some of your designs, obviously. This is why we had to have buildings like this. At the same time, it's not so bad to limit it a bit anyways. But if there was a way to somehow replenish or go further, or I don't know. It's not a big deal, but I enjoyed exploring. Like, I love to do this. Like, this part was a lot more enjoyable than the surface right now. Surface is going to get better in the future, like I said. But I mean, this is kind of like the base of the game, right? I can't get these bots to mine anymore. There's nothing to mine. There's nothing to harvest. There's nothing to do down here, like besides expand this, which that's fine. Like I said, if they do an item sync and stuff like that, then it'll make more of the surface more fun and more enjoyable and things like that. But it'd be kind of cool if there's some other mechanics down here, that can let you do some other stuff somehow. But anyways, either way, I love the map, how it updates here. I really enjoyed this game. Like I said, I do recommend it. It was a lot of fun. It's, like I said, one developer. He comes out with updates every maybe 3 months or so, maybe sooner. He does smaller updates and stuff like that. I noticed, like, the pattern same every 2 or 3 months or so. I noticed he apologizing quite a bit lately, but like this was a little delayed, this is a little delayed, but he keeps doing like a lot of big updates. Like apparently he did a big interface update, he did another big update, you know, in another area and things like that. And he had some family issues and things like that. But one developer, and he's made like a really awesome game. So, anyways, thank you guys and girls so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see you wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.